And welcome to another episode of the WeakLEE Podcast. I got a special guest with me today. Somebody who raised me, my main man, my dad. What's up, Dad?
Hi, how you doing? My name is Darren. Married for 32 years to Rhonda Lee. 2 boys, Darren and Darius. 5 siblings, 2 brothers, 3 sisters. I was raised in, I don't know what to call it, bro. Because first of all, I say it was a 2-parent family. 2 parents. Right. Yeah, 2 parents. But my dad was going in and out, so I didn't realize he was there. He came into my life at the age of 12.
What you mean by came in?
Well, he was in and out.
Right.
As a child from the age.
What you mean by like in and out? Like he was there, but he wasn't?
He lived with this lady for 1 year. Yeah. He'd come back from Miami for a year. He'd leave, come back.
Oh, so you was 12 when he actually just stayed at the house.
He came back and stayed.
All right, gotcha. But you sound good in the intro. You practiced that, huh?
Nah, not really.
So let me ask you this. What actually made you want to take on the responsibility of being a father?
Actually, I didn't want to. I had to. Being that,
but you didn't have to, though.
Yes, I had to. I didn't have no kids. I know how I was when I was raised, and my father, like I said, was in and out of my life. So therefore, since I had a child on the way, I wanted to be a better father to them. So therefore, I did what I had to do.
Right.
And a lot of times, it was a lot about sacrificing.
But I say that's something that you didn't really have to do because a lot of people don't do it.
No, when you come from where I came from,
it made you want to.
You had to do it.
Right.
Because it's your child. It's not like you're taking on another woman's kids or anything. That means I had to.
Right.
You know, because coming up like I came up, I didn't want to see my children like that.
Right.
Nobody deserved that. But at the same time, it was great. I had great brothers and sisters who raised me like my mom.
How it was being the youngest?
Shucks. Actually, it was fun because I had a lot of people I could look up to, but at the same time, everything come down to me. So, meaning that when Cat get finished his pants and mine,
right?
Because we was poor, you know, but everybody was poor back then, you know. Just like we were struggling, our neighbors were struggling, so we thought we just had just as much as them. Right. We didn't even realize we were poor.
Yeah, everybody was on the same level.
But to answer your question, it was good coming up as the baby because I had my way. I had 3 sisters.
Right.
I had 3 sisters.
So that's why you was a bully in school and you had your way in school?
I was being a bully in school because I was cheeky. Real talk. You know, it was just that I was getting beat by my siblings, so therefore I take it out on other people.
Right.
You know?
Because they blame
me for everything. So, hey, I take it out on them.
Right.
You know?
That makes sense.
Huh?
That makes sense, though.
Yeah, I got tired of getting beat by Cat. I beat somebody else. But a lot of times I started beating Cat, then it was just me being a bully then.
So what is one thing that Papa didn't do that you wish he did do?
Actually, that's a good question. I would say be more of a father. My father, we never really had a bind to talk.
Mm-hmm.
I say 9 times out of 10, I had to be like 18 years old when him and I really had a decent talk, but we never, I can't remember my dad giving me a $20 bill.
Would like give you money, period?
Just here, you know, son. Yeah. If I can't recall that day.
Right.
But I could see he giving it to my brother and my brother giving it to me. But to answer your question to what I wish he could have did better is spend time.
Right. Quality time.
Quality time. That's what it's all about, being a father, though.
Yeah, that's what Ian kept talking about in the last episode about quality time.
Yeah, but between that and as a man, you got to show him how to love like a man. Because men love differently. We gotta try to portray something that we're not all the time.
Right. So did that affect you when it came to relationships?
Yes, it did. Because when I was coming up, I thought that you're a poor man if you only got one hole to crawl in. Like you're a poor rat if you got one hole to crawl in. I thought you're supposed to have two women. You're supposed to have two this. So coming up, the way I was coming up, I had mine because that's the way I saw it.
Right.
And that's what was acceptable back in those days.
Exactly. So did the transition make it easy? Was when you was ready to make the transition, was it hard?
Yes.
So what made it easy?
Y'all. Because taking the chance of losing what you got, especially putting in the time that I put in what you got, that kind of slowed things down.
Right.
A lot.
Right.
You know. And I had a good wife, though. I ain't gonna lie. It wasn't for her helping me.
She made my thing more simple for you.
A lot simple.
Right.
Because she showed me the side of life I didn't see coming up.
Right.
You know, because coming up, we always think just because we raised this way, everything's supposed to go that way, but that ain't the case.
Yeah, you gotta fix
and that's what
and alter.
That's what I be telling you a lot of times. We ain't have no guidebook on how to raise nobody.
Right.
So when you raise your boys, you're gonna try to raise them the way I taught you. But who say the way I taught you was right?
Yeah, just basically taking things that you liked from it and things you didn't like and just try to improve it and make it different for them to be better.
Some of the things you learned on the way.
Right.
You know.
But I think that's simple when you observe it and when you want different and want better.
Yeah, it make it easier, but at the same time, those kids still got to walk through that path.
Right.
And you got to prepare them to do so.
Yeah, even though they may not listen.
Exactly. For me, you know, I got two of them that don't listen.
Yeah. We're a little hard-headed.
Huh?
We're a little hard-headed.
A little? Who a little you say? Let's be honest. That one over there, where he at now?
He in Belize right now.
That's a little hard-head?
Yeah.
Me and him had a talk yesterday. That wasn't no little hard head. I can't wait to talk to him. Real talk. But overall, you guys, y'all did take great advice. You know, y'all took some of the good and made it. Y'all did good for yourself. I'm proud of y'all.
No, I didn't do as good as I should have done. I could have done way better than I did. But at the same time,
you could have done a lot of worse too. Think about that.
That's true too.
You know, I ain't never had to come get you from Central Lockup.
But that's because I'll never forget this a day in my life. I always tell it to people. My dad always told me, if you go to jail, I ain't getting you out.
Well, Carl, what you go for? Now, if you go for defending yourself, that's cool. I got you.
Right.
But if you go in there for some drugs or hitting on this girl and knowing,
Yeah.
For some people, I probably would have can't get you out for But at the same time, you don't never hit a woman, bro.
Yeah,
and you know that was the number one pet peeve of mine.
So, what is something that you made sure me and Darius had from you to last us the lifetime that we have?
To be a man of your word. If you say you're gonna do something, do it.
Right.
No matter what it take, how hard it's gonna be to accomplish. You said that, especially if you tell it to a child, and you tell it to your woman, babe, one day we gonna get this. You gotta be a man of that.
Right.
You know, and it go all kind of ways. You know, but be a man of your word.
I know that's why I'm a little bit too honest.
Yeah, because you gotta be a man of your word for number one. For number two, I would say having those, like I always tell you, having those uncomfortable conversations.
Yeah.
You know, because if you don't, it's gonna come back and bite you.
Right. It makes things easier when you have that uncomfortable conversation.
Because then they know, you know, and your child know. You know, because you're gonna have an uncomfortable conversation with everybody, even with me.
Right.
You tell me, Dad, I don't want, you don't want to say it, but you got to say it because you got to be the man who you want to be.
And it causes less confusion when other things come up.
Exactly. Then they said, damn, bro, you could have came to me and told me that. But, I ain't know how to say it. Say it.
Right.
Say it.
Then everything gonna be cool.
Yeah.
So with relationship aspects, what exactly is different then than now when it comes to relationships?
What I see, basically, it's the men.
Yeah.
Because first, rough edge, they ready to quit. Some of them softer. They don't tell a woman what they expect and what they need. And these days, the young ladies is altogether different. Mm-hmm. They're not loyal. Like my mama was loyal to that man, even though he was doing what he did. She made sure he had food when he come home, whenever he come home, that us picked all the meat out of it. It was covered in furlough. He had food, and he had his, my mom just loyal. The ladies was loyal.
Right. No matter what.
No matter what. They know what their man was doing. Mm-hmm. But they did whatever it takes to try to keep their man home.
So do you think that was more so because the man was more so the breadwinner back then?
Basically, it was that, but also it was the way they was reared.
Right.
They was reared all together. That's what they saw. Their mama do, they saw their grandma do, and that's the way it was.
Right.
It wasn't, you go out there and sleep with this man, or you go out here and do this here on that man, you was considered one of them other words, the dot. But at the same time, they didn't do that. And if they did do it, the way they did it, you'll never know they did it because that was your uncle. You had a lot of uncles in them days.
What you mean?
Huh? You got uncles. Your mom said, that's your uncle so-and-so.
Oh, yeah.
Uncle.
Like saying your friend is your uncle.
That's your uncle. That. I had buku uncle. I still don't know my cousin. Yeah, but that's the way it was in those days.
So that's the problem with men nowadays. We just more softer than y'all were.
No, y'all don't take the lead. Most of the time, women want to be led if you let them know where you taking them. Mm-hmm. But they don't have no guidance or no directions on where they're going. So how could you tell a woman, I want to lead you if we're going to do this and we're going to do that? And at the same time, you don't know where the hell you're going.
Right.
Same thing.
Right, but a lot of times when you do let somebody know where you're going, they still may not trust the process.
Well, if they want to go, they're going to come. But sometimes you may be lollygagging and playing around, and she's seeing a way that y'all could get to where y'all want to go quicker. Mm-hmm. So she want to take the lead. And sometimes you got to allow that woman to take the lead because you may need help in that aspect. Right. At the same time, if she going to take the lead and do it the right way and do it the way you wanted to do it and you not doing it, nothing wrong with that. But at the same time, she still got to know that you're the man and you are.
Yeah, but a lot of women get disrespectful like that.
Yeah, because a lot of them make a little more change than you, so they feel, well, I'm the breadwinner. I could do this and I could do that. But if you was leading her and letting her know you trying to do it the right way, God way, or whatever way you choose to do it, she should, she love you and she know how you are and know who you really want, who you really are, she will allow you to be that man.
Right.
But some of them not. And when the ones who don't, and it's cool too.
Right.
Younger generation.
That's the what?
Younger generation of women.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's like they don't really be, I don't know. Just the fact
But
that it's just like the
that go
independence.
way
though.
back to you. What I always tell you, everybody come with you, can't go with you.
Yeah.
Somebody gotta go.
Right. That too. Right.
You know, and that's the way it is.
Yeah, because like you said, if I set the vision out, let you know what the vision is, working to get the vision, and if you ain't rolling with me, you just can't.
But suppose she see the vision, same thing you saying, but she seen it in a different way because she making a little more money. She can make this happen a bit quicker.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing
But
wrong. Nothing
at
wrong
the same
with that.
time, everything wrong with it if you sitting there saying that you did it and
No, but the whole deal is, you got to be man enough to allow that woman to show you.
right.
But just because she's showing you, that don't mean she leading you. Which if she, at the same time, it plays a double sword sometimes because she's showing you, and at the same time, you need to be shown because where you was at, you not at
probably
that
don't know
level.
how to get there.
Exactly, you at a level where you stuck.
Mm-hmm.
And she's saying, well, come on, babe, I got this. And she going to show us this other way.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, you still got to be a man enough to allow her to do that and allow her to be who she is.
Right.
Because she can't be one to throw it back at you.
Yeah, but a lot of women nowadays are disrespectful. Overly disrespectful. Could I go back to that loyalty thing?
No, they're disrespectful because y'all allow them to be
Why
disrespectful.
you allow somebody to be disrespectful?
Because it's the way you start off. If you start off with a woman when y'all meet, you start off with that woman and you let her know you're not allowing this and this here ain't gonna be, and she gonna tell you what she don't want and what she expect. Okay, we're gonna lock that in right here.
Right.
But down the line, the same stuff you just told her you didn't want, and you allowing her to do it, and you just saying, "Oh, babe, it's okay. Don't worry about that."
That make her be disrespectful.
But don't worry about that because she's still leading us. So I'm not worrying about that.
Right.
But down the line, all those red flags she was giving you, that seat is full of red flag stuff. Now you then got fed up
Right.
because you don't want to take this no more because you told her that. But you've been told her that 5 years ago.
Yeah.
But you never put it in check.
Right.
So therefore, if you don't put it in check, she gonna continue to do it.
Yeah,
Just
get
like
worse.
if a woman don't put you in check, you can continue doing what you do.
Yeah.
Same thing.
It's all starting in the beginning.
And it starts, if you don't set that pad from the beginning, but you got to be a man and you got to stay on your pad.
And
You
if
know,
it don't work out, you just gotta leave them alone.
It gonna work out.
You know
Ain't
what I'm
no
saying?
such-
But if it don't,
It gonna work out.
It gonna work out?
Yeah, it gonna work out. For number one, she know what you don't want and what you dislike. And if she really love you, she knew that from the get-go. So she gonna be taught not to do that.
right.
And at the same time, you're gonna be taught the same things. Not to do certain things with her, because you know when you do certain things to her, she gonna get pissed off or whatever.
Right.
So therefore, what you gonna do? I ain't gonna do that. You know,
Because you know the outcome.
what outcome? The outcome gonna be out.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. You know the outcome.
Exactly.
But a lot of people don't be like, yeah, I'm going to keep testing the waters because I don't think they're going to leave me alone.
Yeah, because that's what happened with most relationships, and that's why they end up where they end up. You know, because I'm gonna keep testing the water. Go ahead, test the water.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't know. It's a two-way sword sometimes, bro. But you got to be a man of your word, like I tell you from the get-go, and you got to be consistent.
Right.
If you don't be consistent, saying, "Wait, hold up, what happened?" I thought we had this discussion, a year ago about this here, and we still going through this. Why is we still having this conversation?
Right.
You know, and if she's still doing what she do, you know, everybody come with you, can't go with you.
Time to leave it alone. Gotta go. So,
You know, because she letting you know right there, she ain't the one.
right.
Because if she was the one, she wouldn't be doing that.
Exactly.
And this goes the same thing with the men. With the men,
Right. If I ain't changing that, I mean, I don't really want you.
exactly.
Yeah.
You're still doing what you're doing. It is what it is.
Yeah. And people just got to be okay with being left alone.
It's all right.
Yeah, you're going to get somebody else. But people really don't be believing they get somebody else. That be the problem.
But you could get somebody else. But you see, when your heart is into that one you really, really wanted, that's the problem.
Right.
You know. But when you do something and she leave you, you got to deal with it. But when she do something and she leave you, she do something and you got to let her go, that's the hard part.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because you don't want to let her go because you still got ties. And at the same time, what she doing is really breaking your heart and just messing over you, in other words.
Right.
And you got to let her go. That's hard.
Yeah, because it's easy for you to leave somebody alone because of what they did, and rather than what you did and how you feel about what somebody else did to you. It's like it's easy for you to give people another chance rather than just leaving them alone. Why is that? Because of love you have for them?
It's that, and it's also the time you put in.
Right.
A lot of people put in so much time, they be like, man, I invested too much.
Yeah.
And sometimes you just got to say, well, what I invested, let it go, and I start over. And a lot of people don't want to do that.
Yeah.
So they're still in a bad relationship.
For years.
I sleep in the other room. It is what it is. I sleep in the other room. They got that bed back there.
But why would you want to do that?
Why?
Yeah, like
I just told you.
You just leave
If I
them
put in
alone.
all this effort, all this time, and raised my child and built this house, you think I'm gonna let some other man come in this house when I can go sleep back there and don't pay nothing and do what I do?
Really?
Right?
But I mean, you're doing that, but what's that doing for you?
It's making me okay to deal with my situation.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm
It
lifting out of rock.
Right, it just makes you be okay though. Like why people just don't want to be like
Happy?
yeah.
I'm happy when I'm go out there to that other person.
But you only happy for them how long?
3 minutes. When you get back home, you're gonna be right back like, damn. Oh man.
That's why like the bigger picture is just leave it alone.
That's always the easy way out though. Why we can't fix it? Why we can't fix it?
I'm saying when it's like to the point of no return, you really can't fix it. Then you just gotta leave it alone.
What you mean by no return? Because she don't want to change or you don't want to change?
I mean both.
Because if you really want to fix it, you'll make that change.
Yeah.
But that's the problem. You're always making that sacrifice. And is it worth it?
Right. Because you could be wanting to make a change, the other person don't want to.
Because she out there doing what she want to do
Exactly.
anyway.
And then you just be like, bet. Leave us alone. Go about our business.
So you go get you a little one-room apartment, and she living in that big house you just built.
It's temporary though. Hey, it worked out like that sometimes. You gotta have that temporary uncomfortable season.
It's just a period of time.
Yeah.
You'll get back on your feet.
That's just material things anyway.
You know,
You always can get that back.
but the first thing, you know, it's not even about the material things. It's always the outside noise, what people say.
Yeah. Well, people say have a lot of everything to do everything.
And the people are the ones who blow everything out of proportion.
Mm-hmm. And
You
the
know,
people still don't be knowing everything.
And the people still putting you out there. They're putting you out there to build them up.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
To make it seem like they so much better than you.
but that's what people do. You know,
That's crazy though. So, what question do you have for me from doing all this and everything that I've been doing up to this point in my life?
that's a good question. My question would be, what you would like to instill in your boys that I instilled in you?
That whole honesty the honesty. I be telling Drew, be brave, truthful, and unselfish.
That's a good thing.
And that's just it right there. Being brave with everything, aspect of everything. Be truthful, always be honest. Having the uncomfortable conversation like you said. And being unselfish, not making everything about you. Because everything you do affects everybody around you.
A lot of men don't realize that.
Yeah, it's like everything you do affects everybody.
And see, that's one thing that my dad did that I promised that I would never do to you and Darius was I seen him coming home 3 days later. I seen him coming inside, leaving the house early in the morning, not coming home to dinner cook and he not there. I never want y'all to see that.
Right.
That's one thing, no matter what goes on in your life, you never allow your son to see certain things and you don't do a lot of things with your son. You know, like with me and you, we can hang out, we can party, but it comes a certain time when you give it to fellas, I got to back off. I got to go.
Yeah.
You know, because you got to be who you are, and I can't be here, and because some of the things that you may want to do, I'm uncomfortable with. So therefore, you go, you be with the fellas. I'm about to bounce out, and a lot of parents hang with their children sometimes too much.
Yeah.
Because their children get comfortable with you and feeling though that that's my boy, so I could my main man, I could just do whatever I do, but you can't.
Right. Because it just goes back to that whole respect level you have for your parents.
Exactly.
And some people feel like when they get to a certain age, they don't need to have that no more.
So that goes to with me and you. I do curse, and I tell you about curse.
Right.
And how could I don't have no power in telling you that because I cursed?
Right.
You understand? And it goes back to the same thing. If you out there smoking weed with your child, how could you tell him, say, bro, you don't need to do that while you're driving or whatever?
Right.
I can't because I don't have no power because I was doing it right with you.
Exactly.
And certain things you just don't do with
them. Because people don't be...
It's a thin line between... Because I want to be, at the same time, I want you to be able to come to me and talk to me about everything. But at the same time, I got to be a father.
Right.
So with that being like that, you got to let them know. Right now, I'm your dad. We can, me and you can hang, but at the same time, you can't do everything with them.
Yeah, holding them accountable.
Exactly. And you and I, we talked about that recently, about the cussing or whatever.
Right. But with the little podcast, we're working on that.
But you see, that's what you do when you're not when you're not with us.
Right.
But at the same time, when you're with us, you don't do it. But I don't know.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Like I said, when you told me about it, it made sense. Because it's like, I'm just not talking to everybody in this room. I'm doing this podcast. This could go to everybody in the world.
Exactly.
So
Anybody
therefore, I understood it.
First thing they say, look around the son. That mother is. But it's okay.
Right.
Because you're talking to your peers. But when it come down to Miss Mary,
right, the bigger
Miss Joanne, all these other people, they be like, I know Rhonda's son talk like that. Rhonda is so much of a Christian. You know what I'm saying? Right. I wonder where he get that from. Right. Rhonda gonna say his daddy.
Yeah, that's who we get it
but
from.
every time something bad is the daddy.
Why is that?
Because we the daddy. 9 times 10 we do. Yeah, we gonna be the blame.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, Rhonda could go out there and cheat today. Mm-hmm. We break up the first thing. What Darren did? Darren did something.
That's one thing I realized too, just being accepted with everything being my fault.
That's why I made a man.
Yeah,
I was sure to handle it.
Yeah, I ain't tripping.
And I'd tell nobody. I'd say, yeah, I did do it. All the while it could have been her.
Yeah.
I'm going to take that blame. Yeah. I ain't going to expose that woman. Yeah, I did it.
Exactly.
That's my wife. That's my girl. You know, but a lot of men, oh, she did this. Oh, I ain't gonna do that.
Yeah, because I ain't going to put it out there.
You know,
Because that ain't going to do nothing for you.
it ain't what I ain't
Because
gonna
they still going to believe what they want
Exactly.
anyway. So it make no
They
sense
gonna
to do
blame
that.
me anyway.
Yeah, exactly. So I just take it.
But
But-
still coming like explaining yourself. Like, do it even matter to you explain yourself?
For what?
Because they feel like they're gonna, you know, there's gonna be your fault anyway.
Yeah.
Right.
Do it still matter to explain yourself?
Why?
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, no. Because like at the end of the day, you can explain yourself.
Right.
They gonna
Really
believe
lay down facts.
They can believe-
and they
they gonna
still
believe what they wanna
side with what they
believe.
want to side with.
because they know that woman.
Right, yeah.
But at the same time, they don't know that woman really did that.
Yeah. That's crazy.
So it's like you just don't worry about it. Let it go.
Makes sense to me, bro. I get it.
But that, what else you want to talk about? Are you finished today? You ain't done yet.
I don't know, bro.
So what you think about me doing this whole thing, period?
I think it's a great idea. It's a good way to express yourself, good way to release stress, talk about stuff that you may need to talk about, something may come across your mind. And a lot of times with some of the guests you're on here, you can hear some stuff that I didn't tell you and you didn't listen to.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Right.
and it'll bring, oh, you know something, I did hear that before.
Right.
You know,
Because it's just like a lot of people could be going through the same thing that you're going through.
yeah, but I think people always have a season when they want to hear it, when they want to hear, and when they don't.
But I think it's like
You
hearing who you want to hear it
it's
from,
called
too.
where they at in life.
Yeah. And who they want to hear it from, though, too. Because you could tell me one thing, and Bryson says the same thing. I'd probably listen to Bryson if I listen to you.
That's dumb, huh?
Yeah, very.
I was in that situation a couple times. Right?
You hear somebody say something to you and you say, you know what, my mom used to always tell me that. That's used to always come to me.
Right.
But it's crazy.
But what I had coming up was altogether different. I always had old ladies used to sit down and spit a lot of wisdom to me. I used to go to the store for them, go make their groceries, they give me a little change. And I used to sit there early in the morning and they used to talk to me.
Right.
And they used to just, because I didn't have my grandmother like that. And this lady was like a grandmother to me. She just, everything. I used to go pick up peaches off the tree.
Mm-hmm.
And she just talk a lot of stuff to me. Like, mark my word, Jose. Mark my word. And every time she said that, come to pass, just like she said it.
But that go back to when I met Denzel Washington. When you watch this, you may not remember, but I remember. So it was when he was filming Two Guns, and I used to work out boxing with Papa. Well, not your dad, my mom's dad. And
He wasn't working
I was
with my
walking,
dad.
I'll never forget. I just finished working out, and I was tired. And I was walking with my head down, and he was like, look, pick your head up. Don't never look down. And I used to always hear that. But when he said it, that's when I actually started listening.
So then you stood up
it's-
proud, yeah.
Exactly. Like, everybody else was always telling me that. But when he told me, oh, yeah, listen. Denzel told me that.
I told you that when you missed that jump shot in the car, man. Oh,
Yeah, I was mad. And then, you know, like a lot of times I used to be missing layups and stuff, like act like I was hurt. My feelings are just hurt.
You know the fun part of it? Now you're going to have opportunities to see your son do the same thing. And it's like, bro, no, that don't work.
And Drew playing basketball is hilarious.
But he going to be all right.
Yeah.
He going to be all right. He
can
got some
shoot,
great.
though.
He got some good teachers.
He can shoot, though. Like, if he can't do nothing, he know how to shoot. But, I mean, who his dad is, of course.
I ain't gonna say that.
You know I'm the best shooter out of me, you, and Darius.
But who gave you your shot?
You did.
All right then.
Hey,
So therefore, who been telling the truth? But you break that elbow here.
But that makes me a better shooter. Cause
I don't know.
who tell him?
I ain't gonna lie. Darius was a bad boy in his age. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. Darius was a bad boy.
Yeah,
in his
Darius
age.
is the man.
You know, you never had the handles Darius
Get him
had.
out that damn school.
Hey,
Get him out that
you didn't never had the handles Darius
Nah,
had.
I ain't never had the handles, the height, the defense. I had defense
Y'all had
in
to
the
really,
jumper.
Y'all had to really witness what Darren used to do to people in that PE class.
Oh yeah, I know.
Oh my God. And me, I'm hacking. Let it slide.
But that's one thing I did love, though. Just that aspect. And I remember when I first beat you. You remember when I first beat you in Fort Worth? No, it was in Fort Worth. During the hurricane. I never forget. We were playing one-on-one.
That was. I never forget. You're right. We just finished moving all that furniture upstairs.
And we went to the court.
We went to the store. He go, come on, Dad, let's go play ball. You beat me. Mm-hmm. But you know I gave you that game, though, right? So I had to give it to you because you was getting ready to. I had to give you that confidence. It sounds good.
And on that note, Dad, thank you for being on the show, man. I really appreciate this. For real, I do.
Man, I enjoy coming talk with my son any day. We do this anyway.
Right.
You know, you just don't have no beer for me, but I drink.
You know we got the bill. We gotta get you one.
I'll take the back.
That's the episode. See y'all next week.
Yeah, I'm off tomorrow. We go drink.
And this is the WeakLEE Podcast. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Tune in next week.